Hello and welcome to Cornish Walking Trails. Today we're at Wheal Peevor near Redruth. Hello and good morning to this rather beautiful frosty morning.
Good morning. This is a chilly one, isn't it?
Yes, we're going to take a 3-4 mile circular walk.
Yeah.
And we're going to end up at some beautiful old mine buildings, and we'll have a little investigation when we get to that point, but they're at the end. In the meantime, we're going to walk through some glorious countryside covered in frost.
Sounds nice. Come on then.
My mum has a particular fascination with the mining history. It's in our family. My granddad was something to do with a mine, not quite sure what, and she discovered these little set of cards, didn't she?
Yeah, they're actually greetings cards, aren't
Yeah.
they, with walks. That's such a good idea.
So that's why we're here today, because she gave you...
Yeah, for my birthday.
Let's show you. So this is the greetings card, isn't it lovely? Shows the mine engine buildings. On the reverse it gives you the details. Billy's Walks, Cornwall's Walk Collection, and inside you get a loose leaf set of instructions. A map on one side and the instructions on the other, and today's walk is Wheal Peevor. Redruth is about 10 miles west of Truro.
So far so good with the instructions. Found the car park okay. It's quite a small car park. There's only 5 spaces there, but it's quite a quiet sort of area, country lanes and what have you, so I think you could find somewhere else to park if you needed to. So it told us to turn left at the car park and left again, but we're actually walking away from Wheal Peevor at the moment, so we obviously get to the mine engines towards the end of the walk.
It's extraordinarily beautiful, something so peaceful, serene about a frosty morning. Just walking past a golf course. Radnor welcomes you. Oh look! Ah, is that like the...
That's the golf range, isn't it?
With all the targets. Oh yeah.
It's going past the golf course there, Sarah. Reminded me, you know, I've got lots of famous friends.
Like who?
Well, you know Tiger Woods, the golfer?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's one of my mates. I sent him a Christmas present this year.
What did you send him?
I sent him some socks.
Right.
Nice socks.
For golfing in?
Yeah, for golfing in, keep him warm, bless him. So, anyway, but he phoned me just after Christmas and he wanted to know if I still had the receipt for them.
Why?
So I said, well, Tiger, what's wrong? Are you going to take those golf socks back here? He said, yeah, I am. I said, oh, well, why's that? Don't you like them? He said, no, they're fine. It's just they had a hole in one.
Ah, I should have seen that one coming. Ah!
Have you got anything to chip in, Sarah?
So now coming up to a house on the left, which is a landmark.
Okay.
But we're meant to turn left and take a squelchy field walk.
So these instructions actually give us 2 options.
Yep.
So we've chosen to take the option that cuts across the fields, but it does say that if it's too wet, there is a second option which keeps you dry going along the public footpath.
Do you want to use that route? Or do you want to go down the road?
I think we'll give this a go, actually.
Come on then.
Yeah.
That is so pretty. Look at the frost. Oh, wow. Walking through frosty fields, they crunch, and where there's a large volume of water still in the soil, they kind of float as well. It's extraordinary. I love it. Let's hear the crunch.
It's crunchy, isn't it?
Oh look, frozen footprints. Oh, I feel like a kid, and if you live in a place that gets lots of snow and ice, you'll be laughing at us saying, what on earth are they on? But down here in Cornwall, because we've got quite a salt-laden sea air around us all the time, and it's quite a mild climate, we don't get a lot of ice and snow. We've had a long cold, dry snap, and this is such fun. I'm having so much fun. It's great. You've seen this puddle as well. It's completely frozen. It's beautiful, isn't it? Oh, it's very thin. Andrew, it's like apple crumble, that topping on the crumble, and you put your fork through and it's all...
yeah. Oh, for ages.
He's so confused. Our dog doesn't know what to make of it. Oh, he's avoided that one. Yay! Oh, he's just eyeballing us. It's a little fox, isn't he? Oh, I wonder if he's hungry.
Must be cold.
Oh, I can hear the chickens. That's probably what he wants.
Sunday lunch.
At the end of the lane, go through the gate into the field and follow the right-hand hedge into the bottom corner.
Big chunks of granite there.
Yeah, I was just a bit worried they'd be slippery, but nothing is it?
It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we've joined now the Mineral Tramways route. It's actually called the Coast to Coast Trail. It's actually a 12-mile trail. It goes from the north coast to the south coast. So from Portreath all the way down to Devoran.
What are you doing?
I'm filming a steaming cow.
Beautiful, aren't they? It's like when we were kids, isn't it? You used to blow out and your breath would turn to steam. It used to fascinate me as a child. Go,
It's like
look at them, look at them.
It's like being your own kettle.
The steam engine.
Oh yeah.
And talking about steam engines, we're actually on the old railway line, although the steam engine technically didn't run up and down, did it? It was a mule track for the trucks for the mine.
It was one of the earliest tramways, wasn't it? Or
yeah.
Trackways, I suppose, in Cornwall. And it took all the waste from, sorry, all the goods from the mines down to the harbour.
That's right. And
Hiya.
morning. And on the way back, the ships will be full of coal to actually help the industry create the ore. You can kind of, I'm being distracted by the cows. Fantastic noise. You can kind of tell that this is a railway bed, can't you? Because it's got that gentle curve and very hardly noticeable
You don't
incline.
need much of an imagination to imagine the wagons trundling along on the tracks here, being pulled by the mules or the ponies. It's a very gradual incline.
It is,
isn't
and
it?
it's distinctly different from the surrounding countryside, isn't it? You've got your rolling hill that side of the hedge. Your lovely flat railway bed. Incredible. Look! No, that's a dog.
Come here.
That is one of the old granite sets, and they used to have a nail in there to hold the railway track as it went down the valley. This carries on, this railway, all the way to Portreath. And the other way, it was to Devoran. I believe it's 11 miles.
Well, we've actually walked all of this, haven't
We
we?
have.
Was it maybe 2 or 3 years ago? We put a series of videos out. Perhaps you can leave a link at the end of this
I'll put
video.
a link to the playlist at the end.
But yeah, it takes you from Portreath all the way down to Devoran, so really nice walk.
But we are heading up there now,
Okay.
back towards Wheal Peevor. Come on, boy. Where are you? Come on.
feeding time.
Yeah. Cows and sheep that we were filming earlier are now being fed. Lady in the red jacket, that she's bringing them in.
It's brilliant. Look at them all move.
Oh, it's a chorus of cows and it moo.
Cows and sheep.
Bah. No bad puns from Andrew. Is that your
No,
cheesy face?
no, don't film me. I'm feeling a bit sheepish.
Are you taking some pretty pictures?
I am. I love gorse. I think as well, because it's such a blue sky and you've got that bright yellow, it looks gorgeous, doesn't it? They pop, don't they, gorse?
Most stunning vantage points. There's a glimpse in silhouette of the engine houses we'll eventually go and explore today. Cambrai on the horizon. So we're going dead ahead. So we're just tracking back now towards the mine engine buildings. The valley is still very frosty, where the sun is glimpsing through the trees. It's just starting to thaw out. And it just is so pretty because it looks like somebody's cast 1,000,000 diamonds all over the leaves of the plants.
Oh, that's nice.
But it's so pretty though, isn't it, when the sun catches it?
I do like this time of the year where it's cold and it's crisp and it's fresh.
Yeah.
And
The air smells brilliant, doesn't it? It's just, you get a lungful of that and you can't help but feel better, can you?
that is the joy of walking, isn't
It
it?
is.
It's the joy of just being outside and just, you know, having fun, isn't it? Taking it all in.
Well, they've actually proved now, haven't they, that walking helps your mental health, so just get out there and do it. If you've travelled on the A30 between Camborne and Redruth, or Redruth and Truro in fact, as you're going up towards Chifton Cross on the left hand side, you'll see these mine engine stacks. Can't wait to get up there and have a look. Just a brief history about Cornish mining, no details, no in-depth how they did it. It was very, very important to this area back in the early 1800s, and it went through kind of periods of wealth and decline, finally petering out in the early 1900s. And the buildings we're about to explore are what's left of that vast industry. This whole valley is actually littered with these types of buildings. So if you did want to understand how all of this linked up and what they did, there's several information boards here at Wheal Peevor.
Oh, there's loads of information on here. So this particular one's talking about hot and poisonous business, which it certainly was, wasn't it?
Oh, I've seen one of those. The ingot. The tin ingot. There's one up at King Edward Mine.
That's got the
Lamb for
which is
Redruth
on it, isn't it? Yeah.
Cornish smelting Redruth. Oh, how lovely. So we won't go into too much detail.
It does say on here though, if you want to learn more about this, www.cornishmining.org.uk.
It does make you stop and think, doesn't it? You always forget how big these buildings are, don't you?
I run out of words for sort of describing this. I always come up with the M words: magnificent, majestic, monumental.
Mine building.
Mine buildings, yeah. I love the way that you can come into these buildings.
Safely.
You can, can't you?
Yeah.
But you almost feel that the walls have absorbed everything that's gone on before here.
Ghosts and the events of history, isn't it?
So this particular one dates from 1876. It's the Wheal Peevor stamps
This is
engine.
quite late then, isn't it?
It is, isn't it? But they used to rebuild them, didn't they? They used to take them down, demolish them,
block
take
by
them to
block.
the new mining site and rebuild them, didn't
These
they?
lumps of granite, cut lumps of granite like that, they were expensive because granite's so hard to cut. Once it's cut in shape, you're going to take it with you, aren't you? If you've got loads of men and men are cheap, granite's expensive. It made sense, I guess.
And if you do come down to Cornwall and you see these mine engines, these are effectively the ones that were left, isn't it? These were the last working ones.
This is before it all collapsed, the industry collapsed, and there was no need to take it all down and move it on because there was no money in it anymore. Open cast mining in other countries was cheaper. I really love exploring these buildings. The majesty and power that they convey. And this one has a beautiful symmetry as well, doesn't it? Almost like a face. I think they're quite new.
Yeah. Big old things, aren't they?
Yeah, big chunks of wood, aren't they? To stabilise it, I guess, isn't it? I feel so small, don't you?
Yeah.
I mean, that archway itself is vast, isn't it? And then the beam would have come out where those pigeons are now. Wheal Peevor, Sir Frederick's shaft. This main pumping and haulage shaft for the mine was also known as Michael's and George's shaft. It was sunk to a depth of 110 fathoms, 660 feet. You're some good boy. What are they? Are you curious? You want to know what those pigeons are, don't you? You can walk over, but be gentle. That's extraordinary. The pigeons and they're nesting in the shaft.
You have done it?
Yeah. It amplifies their kind of calling as well, doesn't it? I wasn't expecting that. Oh.
Can you imagine the first pigeon that found that?
Yeah.
He could have been really chuffed with himself, wouldn't he? He would have thought that was a real coup.
I hear a chuffed giggle coming from you.
Trying to recreate the card.
Card. Alright, take it away then. Yay!
Brilliant.
Our walk today is taken from a birthday card produced by Billy's Walks. Inside the card you get a map and instructions. So a quick look at our map. We start here at the Wheal Peevor car park, come down past Radnor Golf Course track, back across fields, joining the old tram track. Then we come back towards Wheal Peevor for an explore. Really enjoyed this morning's walk. The frosty air was beautiful.
It's a perfect walk for a winter's day.
And a great introduction to Cornish mining. It's quite a gentle walk. It doesn't tell you how long, it just gives you a duration of an hour, but we reckon it's somewhere between 2 and 3 miles.
Yeah, it's a beautiful, lovely walk. And, you know, if you are interested in actually finding out a bit more about the Cornish history and Cornish mining, it's all here.
And there's lots of information boards around, so there's no need for it to be included in the leaflet itself. The leaflet worked, didn't it?
Yeah.
The map was brilliant, showed you an alternative route. I can't fault it.
It came within a birthday card, so it's a perfect gift.
It is.
Really enjoyed ourselves today. So what would you score it, Sarah?
I think it's going to have to be a 10 out of 10. It's completable, it's got a good map, the instructions work. Yeah, it's 10 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, and for me.
Brilliant.
So if you enjoyed our video today, give us a thumbs up, send us a comment, and please subscribe, it really helps us out. And if you want the inside track on what we're up to and where we're going, and follow us on Facebook and Instagram, search Cornish Walking Trails.